Hey guys, let's dive right into this very interesting knife. This was loaned in from my good friend Gil over at Wild About Sporting Goods. And I left it in the package because, let's face it guys, packaging is important. As the cost of the knife goes up, I think the packaging is more important. And what I've seen in general across the knife world is there's kind of a sweet spot. You know, your cheaper, affordable $100, $200 knives, the packaging is just okay. In your 5 to 1000, maybe 1500, the packaging's pretty good. As you go to 2000 plus, I have found that the packaging goes back down. So there's kind of that sweet spot in the middle for whatever reason. And this is probably one of the most unique packagings that I have ever seen in a knife. It is, just kind of a hard cardboard type of box. Nothing super fancy there, with a drawer. And what's really, I almost want to buy this knife and not send it back to Gil, simply because of this Damascus blank that they've glued on top. So let's take a quick look, because this is a limited edition knife. This is number 71 out of 103. And they've literally taken the blank. This is the blade cutout, and they've glued that onto the top of the box. So then you slide open the drawer, and boom, there's the knife. Which is just awesome. As you've spent your roughly $1,000 for this knife, it's presented in a way that's just phenomenal. And when you pull the knife out, you see a very cool Damascus blade, a cool carbon fiber scales, and whatnot. But if you look down in the box, you can pull this top piece out, and it has a really nice Italian leather zippered pouch, and it's done really nice. It's actually just really a nice pouch. I really like the pouch. And then it's got, all of your normal stuff. A microfiber cloth, your warranty, information about Fox knives, normal stuff there, right? There's a warranty card and, all that good juju. What I didn't show is when you actually open the box, it does have, kind of a certificate talking about the fact that this knife won the overall knife of the year at Blade 2019 and the imported knife of the year at Blade 2019. So very cool, kind of a little pedigree, if you will. So let's put this back and let's talk about the actual knife. But we'll leave the packaging off there on the side because it's just so cool. So let's start out by really just zooming in. And we'll kind of go through the specs in kind of a hodgepodge way, not kind of straight down. So as you can see, it's a Damascus blade, and this is a Geising Damasteel. Okay? And then the handle scales, they call it a space coral copper infused carbon fiber. I call it simply amazing. You can see all the copper fibers. It almost looks at first glance like a wood, because it has like a wood grain look to it. But man, that's beautiful. All of the hardware is a rose gold colored to match the copper of the infused, carbon fiber. Titanium clip, rose gold pivot, stop there. Just amazing. You've got the limited edition serial number, number 71 of 103 on the blade also, so this knife came from this box. Just really very, very cool. Now, one thing, what could have set it off one more notch is had they have used the same piece of Damasteel as the backspacer, but it doesn't look like that's what they did because there's no pattern on there, even on the edges. That would have been very cool. Okay. Now you see there's that rose-colored thumb stud. This has a unique opening. They call it the finger-safe opening mechanism, which is a patented feature. So what you do is it's a button lock, so to speak. You push this thumb stud in, and then it rotates around that cutout groove channel. And now it's locked. So you need to push the button in again and then rotate your thumb around that track. It's a little odd, but as you start to use it, it becomes more user-friendly, if you will. You start to get used to it. And then once you release the locking part, you can just shake it shut. You can give it some wrist. And so there are a couple of ways to do it. It is right hand tip up carry only. They claim it's a removable pocket clip, but I guess if you took the knife apart, you could take the pocket clip off. I don't know why you would. But yeah. So some of the normal specs is it's 4 3/8 inches closed, 7 1/4 overall, 2.80 blade and cutting edge. The blade thickness is 0.157. The overall thickness is 0.558, and it weighs in at just 3.8 ounces. So it's super light. Now, it is on the small side. My pinky is kind of there on the edge. I mean, it doesn't feel bad. You can choke up. I mean, if I were to wrap up here on, kind of that pivot bulge, if you will, then it feels very comfortable in the hand. That's much better for me. I kind of wish this was just a hair bigger. Like a 3 1/4 inch blade, and then everything would be proportionally just a hair bigger also on the scales and the handle. But all in all, it's pretty cool. The packaging is really over the top. I mean, I love the fact that they've got the cutout from the blank. I mean, that's just crazy. Like, look at that. Man. Is that not just awesome? So, there's some cool stuff about it. Yes, you're going to pay a premium. Like I said, it's roughly $1,000. But remember, at Wild About Sporting Goods, you get 10% off. So, not so bad, really, in the world of knives. But just, man, it's just really kind of a cool thing. And I don't know that I would carry it all the time, although it carries very well in the pocket. Absolutely. The clip works great. Everything is just, it does work and carry very well in the pocket. But something like this, I think, is more of a collector type piece. But, I carry everything I own, whether it's collector's stuff or not. Very few and far between that I never carry something. But to each his own. So let's do a couple size comparisons because it is a little bit smaller. So let's just see, and then we'll wrap this up here. Just a couple of quick comparisons because it doesn't really compare with a lot. So there's the Sharpie, the Spyderco Delica. It's just about the same exact size as the Delica in overall length. How about the Holt Spectre, since it's right here on the table, and I carried this a lot of the day yesterday. A little bit shorter. And what else do I have here on the table? I don't know. I got too much stuff here. Let's just go with the Chris Reeve large Sebenza 21. So there you go. The Fox Knives Radius, loaned in from Wild About Sporting Goods. And Fox Knives is made in Italy. I think I forgot to mention that, but it does say Italy on the inside and on the packaging and stuff. So there you go, guys. A very cool knife. Let me know what you think about exotic materials, limited runs of, serialized numbers and things like that, because I would love to hear your opinion. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you on the next one.